Strength is low today. Strength is low. Why? Strength is nearly half. Why? What happened to the strength? What happened to the strength? Why the strength is low? Do they get bored of me? Am I annoying? No. Oh, they will join. Okay. So until they join, we'll just we just focus on the topic. So uh, yesterday we left with something. No, nah, right? Yesterday we completed everything. MCQ, we took MCQs, we took problems, we completed our whole topic, right? So we have nothing left with yesterday's topic. Okay, so till yesterday, no, we have completed our unit one. Till yesterday we have completed our unit one, and now today in this session, I'm asking you guys. Yes, guys. Thank you. So I'm asking you guys to please go through the syllabus one. Okay, go through the syllabus one of unit one, right? Unit one. Go to the topics. Okay, and check whether if you have any doubts in that topic or not. That whatever topic I took in this class of this unit one, check it once and see if you guys have any doubts in that or not. And if yes, I mean, if you have any doubt, please mention it. And even though if you have no doubts, also mention it. That will be great. Please go, everyone. Please go through syllabus once. Okay, Shravanti. What about others? Okay, Sita will do it. Please, guys, if you have any doubt, let me know. If you guys, even though if you don't have any doubts, please also mention that in comment box. Everyone, please mention it. Okay, Samya. Please, everyone mentioned. You guys have any doubt or not? Okay, scope of variable to Lakshmi. Okay, we'll do that. And no other doubts then? Only three doubts? Okay, no problem. We'll do that. No worries. So I'll just present my screen to you guys now. So I guess my PPT is visible to you guys. So let's say there are many things which are required repeatedly if we want to make change. Right? Then we have to make changes in the whole program where this variable is used. Okay. So now well, indirectly I'll say that whatever the value we used with final, whatever the attribute, whatever the value we used with the final will be your constant throughout the program. You have seen symbolic constant, right? Symbolic constant. In that symbolic constant, we also used your final keyword. So that final keyword indicates that whatever the value we have declared with will be remains the same throughout the program, right? So which means let's Sita, right? You ask this doubt. So let's say Sita is an engineering student and she's pursuing her real engineering from second, third, and fourth. She will complete her engineering in second, third, and fourth year, right? So let's say in the second year, Sita is in which section, Sita? In A or B? Let me know, please. A, right? So, so she is doing engineering, right? From second, third, and fourth year. So this engineering is nothing but your program. In engineering, this engineering is nothing but your program, and the second year, third year, and fourth year, let's say this your individual blocks of code in same program, right? So if you declare Sita as final, if you declare Sita with final keyword, right? If you declare Sita as with final keyword in A section, so she will remain in the same section for rest of the 3 year, right? She will complete her engineering in the A section only, second year, third year, and final year. So this is the concept of this attribute final, which says if you introduce, if we introduce a attribute with the keyword final, with the keyword final, it will remain unchanged. It will remain unchanged throughout the program, right? And after that, let's say if you want to change the value, if you want to change the value of that variable, let's say in this example, just let's say you can see here example, right? If I want to declare a value of pi, you can see I have I have used in this ppt as final float pi, means pi. So this pi is my symbolic name, right? Pi is my symbolic name, or say variable name. I have given a data type to this as float, right? And my here comes my final attribute. So final float pi equals to 3.1459. So this pi equal to 3.1459 will remains the same throughout the program, right? Let's say we are programming something to find an area, and in that program we are finding area of a circle, a semicircle, a circle, a semicircle, and a perimeter, right? Circle, area of circle, area of semicircle, and perimeter of circle, right? In this all three block of code, in all these formulas, we are requiring with pi, right? We are requiring with pi with same value. The value of pi does not change, it will remain 3.14 throughout the program, right? So if I declare this pi as final, if I declare this pi as final, my value of pi will remain 3.14 if I want to find area of circle, which is 2 pi r square, right? Area of circle is pi r square. So I'll use 3.14. And again in the next block, I have uh, area of semicircle, which has pi r square by 2, right? Pi r square by 2 is area of semicircle. Again, the value of pi will remain 3.14 only. And in the next block, I have perimeter of circle. What is the formula of perimeter of circle? 2 pi r, right? 2 pi r. So the value of pi 3.14 will remain the same, right? Now you get the point. Now you get the point, Sita, of attribute with final. Okay, okay, wait. Let me explain with my whiteboard. Okay, let me explain with my whiteboard. Argument final is just topic about the final keyword. So what we were doing in the final keyword. अरे यार. I hope my whiteboard is visible to you guys. So what we were doing in this, if we want to find in a program, if we want to find area of circle, if you want to find an area of circle, equals to the formula is, right? I'll just do this pi into r square, right? R into r and colon. Again, I have to find area of Semicircle. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Sorry. My bad. I guess now it's visible. So now here I'm finding, yeah, here we are finding area of semicircle. For area of semicircle, we have the same formula but divide by 2. Pi into R divide by 2, right? Divide by 2. This is my area of semicircle formula. After that, I have to find perimeter. Perimeter of circle. So my formula will be 2 into pi into R, right? 2 into pi into R. So you can see I'm using the same variable, right? I want the same value. I want the same value of pi, which is 3.14 throughout this program. So for that, what I will do is, I'll declare one variable with final attribute. Final. Now I want data type of my variable. So I'm using 3.14, right? It is a float value. That's why I'm using a return type as float. I mean a data type as float, and my variable name, right? Now equals to, now my value should be 3.14. This is my uh, attribute with final. So here my pi is my attribute with keyword final. Okay, with the value of 3.14. So throughout this program, right? Throughout this program, my value of pi will remain same, right? My value of pi will remain same because I have used final keyword. So with all this block of codes, let's say this is one particular block of code. Okay, this is a block of code for, okay, yeah, this is my first block, area of circle. This is my second block, area of semicircle. This is my third block, perimeter. So in throughout this all three blocks of code, my value of pi should be remain same, right? So that's why I'm using my final keyword. Okay, so this is the application of that attribute final. So this is why we use final. So now if I assign in somewhere in this program, right? Somewhere in this program I assign float, okay, float. If I reassign this float pi equals to let's say 5.6, I reassigned it. So in this case, your program will show some error. In this case, your program will show some error. Why? Because we have already declared this pi with final keyword. Now the value of this pi cannot be altered, cannot be changed at any point of the program if once declared with final keywords. That's why if I write this float pi equal to 5.6, the program will show error. Right? So this was about your attribute final. Now get it, Siddha? Please let me know. Okay, that's great. That's I wanted to hear. So next doubt was from Soumya. Next doubt was from Soumya of static variable and static method. Okay, see, Soumya, we'll just take what do you say? Explain. I mean, doubt clearing. We'll program if we had time at the end of the class. Okay. Please don't mind if we are unable to perform the program. We have already studied the program, right? Okay, we have 30 minutes. Right? We have 30 minutes. we can solve this program. Okay. Sita, for your doubt, we have one program. This one, final attribute final. Okay, this is your example. So in this example, what we are doing is we are declaring our main class. Okay, we are declaring our main class, and inside that main class, we have declared a variable. Variable declared inside a class is class variable, right? So this is your class variable with final attribute. Means it will remains x equal to 10 throughout the program, right? So now below this we have here introducing our main method, public static void main. This is our main method, and inside that main method we are taking value, right? We are creating an instance. Creating an instance means creating an object, right? Creating an object. So for this class, for this main class, we have created an object my obj is my object for this main class, right? So the syntax for creating an object with this main class is class name my obj object equals to new main with parenthesis and close. So in that I'm using my object my obs dot x equal to 25. So in this statement in this line, in this line what we are doing is we are passing a value x equal to 25 with the help of our object my obj. With the help of this my obj object we are passing x equal to 25 in the variable x, in the variable x. But you can see, I have already declared x as final. So that's why, the program will show error because cannot assign a value to a final variable, right? This is the reason why we cannot change the value of a final constant, right? So this was a simple program for attribute final. Yeah, it will generate error. Okay, who has the next doubt? Soumya, right? Soumya has the next doubt. I'm just finding a PPT about that. Please give me a minute. Mhm. Can you please tell me in what chapter we had the I mean in which PPT we had the what to say statics? Question. Just a second, guys. I just need to find that. Okay, I got it. I got it. Thanks for waiting, guys. Yeah. So I guess our PPT is visible. So you wanted to know about static variable and static method, right, Soumya? So if you declare any variable as static, is known as static. It's common sense. I know. Why do I write this line? Okay, the second line says the static variable can be used to refer the common property of all the object that is not unique for each object. Example, okay. Then the static variable get memory only once in the class area at the time of loading. Okay, so let's understand the static variable. So you remember my previous example? You remember my previous example? In that example, what we did, we considered us, I mean you guys, the students. Yeah. So what example we were taking? Yeah, we took you guys and the Kite College example, right? So you are like 78 members in this meeting, like 77 members present in this meeting right now. Okay, now it's 78. So my point is, you 78 members who are present in this meeting have one thing is common, right? One thing is common. You all 78 members belong to that Kite College, right? You all 78 members belongs to that Kite College. So consider yourself as methods. Okay. Method means in that method you will make the name of the college in future and all and all. This is your method, right? And you are the method. So you 78 guys are methods, and in that you all have one common property that you guys are belong to Kite Humans, right? So this static variable, this static variable has a unique property that every object, every object which is present in that class will have will just name. Sorry for the interference, guys. My net messed up. My network messed up. Okay, so we were studying the what we were studying static variable, right? So consider yourself as objects. Consider yourself as object, and this college, this Kite Women's College, is static variable, right? So this static variable, it is shared among all the 78 object, right? You guys are the object. Will use this name Kite Women's, right? If I'm not in your college And let's say I ask you, Soumya, that which college do you belong? Right? Which college do you belong? You will say, sir, I belong to Kite Women's. Yeah, Kite College. I know. I'll just give you an example. Okay. So my point is, what you guys are doing, you are just using that property, right? Just a minute, guys. Okay, so you guys are accessing that property, right? Property of that static variable. Our kite woman is static variable, and you guys are object. So each and every object are accessing that name, kite woman's. So if I ask Srita which college do you belong, she'll say I belong to Kite College, Kite Woman's. So she's accessing this property, right? She's accessing this property. So this what happens in case of static variable. A static variable has some particular nature, some particular property in it, and the object which are present in that class, all the object which are present in that program, all the object which are present in that program will access the static variable if you declare that variable as static. Confused, Soumya, or understood? Sorry, I had many interface while explaining, but I can't help it. It was important. Please let me know if you understood or not, Soumya. Still, you have any doubts? Thank you, Soumya. Okay, so our next doubt was from Shravanti regarding scope of variable. I mean, no, sorry, not you. It's just a suggestion. Sorry. Someone else had a doubt. Yeah, Lakshmi had doubt about scope of variable. Scope of variable. Okay. Well, a scope of variable refers to the life of a variable, right? Refers to a life of a variable. I'll explain the scope of variable with the help of my whiteboard. Do I have my whiteboard still? Yeah. Okay. I guess my whiteboard is visible now. Okay. So I'll take my text box now. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Now, scope of variable. Okay. So let's say I have one method. Let's say MDHT. I have a method. My method name is method. That's it. I have taken a random method name. So in that method, I'm declaring a local variable. In that method, I'm using a local variable. Let's say integer Lakshmi equals to 100. This is my local variable. And after that, I'm performing some statements. After that, I'm performing some statements, and I'll close this. So a scope of variable refers to the life of my variable. So let's say I have declared this variable Lakshmi of integer type at this point. Okay, at this point. So the birth happen of this variable at this point, right? It is declared, and now it will end at this column, right? Local variable exits within a parenthesis only, right? Curly parenthesis. So at the point of declaration, it will take birth, and at the point of so, closing the parenthesis, it will dead. So the scope of variable refers to time the time in which this variable, my variable, exists, right? It exists from the declaration line and closed at the parenthesis. So this is my, from this integer declaration point to the exit point. This is my scope of variable Lakshmi. This is my scope of variable Lakshmi. Now getting my point? Well, scope of variable nothing but it refers to the duration, or say life, of an variable. Okay, it is from the declaration point to the point this parenthesis get closed. So this is nothing but the scope of variable. Now got the concept of scope of variable? Thank you, Lakshman. Thank you. Okay, so any other doubts? Do we have any other doubts? We have 74 people in this meeting, and just 3 doubts has been asked. Okay, so do you guys have any doubts? Please let me know. And one thing, I have provided you the notes, right? I have provided you guys with the notes, the PDF notes and the recording of this class. You been through that link? Okay, everyone, I'm asking to everyone, not just to Lakshmi. I have provided you with the notes, right? PDF notes. Okay. That's great. Okay. 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 If you prepare that note only, na, it will be more than sufficient to write in exam. Okay. But if you write a program with that for explanation, just a simple program, it might get it might earn a couple of marks more if you explain that particular topic with the um, what is it? Okay, so let it be. My point is, do we guys have any doubts or not? No doubts? Okay, then I guess we are done with our doubt session. So today we declare our unit 1 is over. Okay, today we declare our unit 1 is over. From tomorrow we'll start our unit 2. Okay, and I have a task for you guys. I have one task for you. Okay, so in the previously we have discussed introduction part, right? Introduction part, how to introduce yourself in an interview. Okay, and now next task for you guys. Roasting. Roast, type of comedy. Roasting. Please let me know if you guys know roasting. No. Yeah, seventh, you know what is roasting? Yeah, I guess. among all, yeah, like humor. Among all of the people, I guess that at least Shravanti will know the roasting. Okay, what about others? You guys know the making fun of people? Yeah, kind of. Kirti, kind of. So our next task is, you guys have to prepare a roast on me. You guys have to prepare a roast on me. Got it? And those guys who don't know about roasting, please ask Shravanti, Sita, Sridevi, and Kirtipriya. Yeah, yeah, on me. Okay, whatever. If just your jokes can be on me or my teaching method or whatever. Just please don't go on personal level. Okay, just on my teaching or just on me, that will be great. So I know this is too much for asking you guys to prepare a roast, but it's not. Arey, we are not doing this for academics. Okay, we are not doing this for academics. This is our exercise. This is our exercise. Okay, if you guys are hesitating on me. Okay, if you guys are hesitating on me, we will take one imaginary person. We'll take an imaginary person. Let's name this person as what should we name this person? Hmm, let's name this person as Popo. Okay, we have this person Popo, person named Popo. Okay, now you have to imagine this person according to you. Okay, imagine this person according to you, and you guys have to prepare a roast on this guy Popo. Just one thing, just one thing. No 18 plus jokes. Okay, no 18 plus jokes. No false words or language. No for false word or language. That's it. These are just two guidelines. Prepare a roast on this person Popo. Okay. No 18 plus joke are allowed. No false language or words are allowed. Okay. And we have 77 guys are present in this meeting right now. I'll ask anyone, randomly anyone. Okay. You guys can write and just read those same line. Okay. That's fine. But you guys have to prepare a roast and we will take tomorrow. And about the assignment in the classroom, you guys have to submit that assignment by 9. Okay, 9th May. You guys have to submit that assignment on 9th May. After that 9th May, I can't help you about the submission of that assignment. Okay, that was your assignment one. I'll give you assignment 2 tomorrow. Just simple assignment. You just have to write few programs. Simple program. That's it. Tomorrow I'll give you assignment 2, and you have to submit that roast. Okay, and the day after tomorrow means 9th, the submission date for assignment 1. Okay, so 8 May, 8 May is 8 May is second assignment. 8 May second assignment and roasting. 8 May means second assignment and roasting, and 9th May is submission of first assignment. Okay. So till now you guys don't have any doubts, right? About the unit 1. Please let me know in the chat box. Still, if any doubt from any person is left, just take a couple of minutes. Okay. Again, go through the syllabus. Find something that in that you have doubts. We'll try to cover it. Please go through the syllabus again. Okay, Shravanti, that's really great. What about other 77 people? Still, if you guys have a doubt, please let me know. No worries, I'll explain again. Okay, Lakshmi, that's great. Okay, so no doubts, right? No doubts till now. Uh, Let me tell you one thing, guys. I'm really flattered that whatever I taught you guys, I mean whatever we learned in this classes, you guys understood each and every single topic. I'm really flattered. Thank you so much, guys, for your contribution. Yeah, Sri, you raised your hand. What happened? Let me know. Nothing. And one thing, please take this, whatever we are doing this exercise, right? Whatever exercise we are doing for communications, please take it seriously. Take it as fun, but perform it seriously. Okay, this is for your own good. Like you should be confident about the upcoming challenges we'll face in interviews. Okay, so I have provided you guys with one link. Please go through this link and give me feedback for this class. Your feedbacks are really appreciable. Everyone, all 73 people, I request you guys to go through this link and provide me some feedback. That will be really appreciable.